Hey y'all, so today I'm about to tell a story time of how I lost my job and all the funny business that was going on there. So I'm gonna start by talking about what led me to get the job and everything like that. So after trade school, right? I graduated trade school in 2013 in summertime. After I graduated, I moved in with my friend at the time, which she needed somebody at that time. After a month or so, I left and I went to my home state, and then I left and went to Texas. And this is all in the same after I left school. So after I left school and moved to my friend, moved out of my friend, moved to my grandparents' house, and then leaving there to go to Texas, I was going to school. I went to school down there once I left my grandparents' house. So one day my auntie was like, "You need to get a job, blah blah blah, whatever." So on my journey of trying to find a job, I couldn't find one for the rest of the 2013. I was going, applying for jobs, going to interviews, but didn't get picked. Went to group interviews. I don't like group interviews at all. It's horrible. I hate that. I don't like it. I wish they stopped doing that. Um, I even applied. You know what's crazy? I even applied for McDonald's and Taco Bell. Tell me why they didn't even call me or anything. Like not at all. Like that's crazy, and that's crazy as hell. I didn't get not one time. I guess it just wasn't meant for me to go. You know what I'm saying? So after 2013, around 2014, around April, I had came across this EVS position at a hospital in Texas, and I applied for it. Went to the interview, got it. Like I said, I haven't had no first job at all. I haven't had no first job or anything at this point. So I finally got it right. Did the P test, you gotta take shots and all that other stuff, right? Got all of that done. It was a smooth ride getting there, right? It was a smooth ride getting hired. So when you first get there, you go to orientation. The orientation was cool. I met some people there. It was very cool. I met this I think she was a PA, and she didn't live there in that part of Texas. She lived in another part of Texas. A lot of different people was coming into my group because everybody got groups of people that works at the hospital. And my group, it was all these people, so I was meeting all these people that come from my group, and you know what I'm saying. Met this nice PA. She was so nice. She even took me to my auntie because at that time I was living with my auntie. At that time, she was very nice. She took me to her house. So after all the what's that thing called? Damn it, what was that thing called? After all the orientation and stuff, I finally got on the floor. We got on the floor. I had to work with somebody. So I'm basically working with somebody the whole time until it was time for me to be released to get on the floor by myself. See, the only thing I don't remember. Oh, I was working in the ED. Okay, I remember now. I was working in ED. Um, it was these three people that was working in ED. It was this light skinned guy and two women. And what's so crazy about it that they kept being in the closet the whole time. Like every time we would clean up, they would be in the closet. Always in that closet. Always in that closet. They was barely cleaning up. Just trust me. But that was mostly but it was in the emergency room. To be honest, it was in the emergency room. Just to make that clear, it was in the emergency room. So we in here cleaning up the beds. You know what I'm saying? Just cleaning up, cleaning up, cleaning up. So after that, they took the people that trained us out of there and put me and some other women there. So, me and these other women, and or it was me and other women at the time, I think. Me and other co-workers, let's just say other co-workers, was there at the time. So, I'm still in the ER cleaning all the time. And at this point, that was basically, well, it's not my permanent position at this point. It was just something I was there for the most of the majority of my time there. And so it was, they had got a new crew down in the ER, which was all women. They was all older than me. And so we worked with them and we kept, I got along with them. I got along with a lot of people at this point. A few people in the ER. So months go by, right? Months go by, I'm going in, doing my work, doing what I'm supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Then the crew change again, you know what I'm saying? This is like still again, we just going, back and forth, back and forth. Then I kept going. Then they took me out of the ED and put me in other areas of the building and everything. They kept doing that. They kept putting me in and out, in and out, in and out the whole time. So what came? The problem that started that people thought I was getting favoritism because I used to defend myself. Basically, that's what I call it. I used to defend myself because they start picking with me. They start picking with me about have my attitude because people used to just these nurses had attitudes like it was crazy. Like they would come to work and fucking have attitudes. Like, don't you see us cleaning this room? You're not even doing your job because they wasn't doing their job. We had to put needles in the red bag, the bio bag. We had to put patient's information in the shadow box. I don't know what that box called, but I remember that box. But I'm just gonna call it the shadow box. You know what I'm saying? The EKGs and everything. Street the bed. We're not supposed to do that. So I had attitude and I talked back to them because they always had attitudes with us. And I was like mainly one of the ones that on first shift that was really going off and telling them what I need, you know what I'm saying, what they need to hear. Then my coworkers start to feel like that I was getting favoritism because my boss at the time didn't get on me in front of everybody. She had waited until everybody was gone to get on me. But little did they know, I was getting rolled up way before they even discussed what happened. They were already writing me up at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, they said I've always did a good job of cleaning. Everybody had a problem with my attitude, and people thinking I'm getting favoritism because people always had something negative to say or something like, oh, you got, because people try to get big headed and thinking they can tell you what to do, and I say, no, you can't tell me what to do. I'm helping you. They sent me here to help you, not you to tell me what to do, and that's what's wrong with people. I'm stuttering and stuff. I'm not really good at this. I'm gonna get good at this, okay? So that was wrong with them. They wanted to basically tell me what to do. And I'm like, no, you're not going to tell me what to do. Especially those nurses getting this attitude about what y'all supposed to do. And now we taking longer because y'all ain't do what y'all supposed to do. I shouldn't be sitting here looking at patients what they diagnosed with. I'm sitting here looking at people diagnoses. EKGs. I know how to read EKGs because of that. Like, who does that? I know how to read EKGs, like literally, by looking at these people things, right? So on top of that, this supervisor, oh, nobody really liked her, like nobody. You know what I'm saying? This one supervisor, she worked on second shift, right? And she always come on the last bit of the first shift, just crazy, talking crazy, saying this and this and that and that. You're not doing your job. First of all, we are not on top of that. They always was taking the nurse's side instead of the employee side. And I'm like, and I used to always have something to say about it. I was like, no, because that's not fair. How y'all gonna be our supervisor, but you over here taking their side every time? And every time I had said something to them, I would get in trouble for it. Because no, because they literally will embarrass us, say talk down on us, and do everything they could to say something mean and stuff. So I talked up, right? So I end up leaving uh first shift and going to second shift because of this guy that was stalking me. I didn't want to deal with him anymore. I said, no, I'm gonna leave. So I went to the second shift. And the thing is, I like this second shift because second shift people, they was like me. They stood up for themselves. Like they wasn't playing no games. I was like, oh, I should have been came to this one because I didn't like second shift at first. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like second shift at first. It was the people because they kept snitching and they kept saying they used to complain about the most little things that they need. It was like y'all gotta take over. Stop trying to complain about this and this, this and this and this. We busy. We in emergency room. Emergency room busy as fuck. You can't do anything on, especially the side jobs. They was because we had side jobs after the rooms. You had to do the rooms first, and then you do your little side jobs to clean up like the trash and the bathrooms and everything like that. But if you're working in the ED, you can't do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? They got CPRs, all that stuff that they have, right? So back to what I was saying, I was going to second shift. And the people there was, I loved it. I love second shift. They speak their mind. They didn't care, just whatever, right? So I like second shift better now because the lady that I didn't really care for, she was on second shift too. She was mad because I always talk back to her too, and she didn't like the way I was talking to her because I was like, no, because you're not gonna talk to me disrespectful like you talk to these other people. That you ain't finna do me like that. I don't care. So bam, um, so we dealing with this because at this point we had transferred over to another company. We still worked it for the hospital. We just transferred over to another company that was a contract to that company, right? Which we didn't like it. First of all, I didn't like it because the days of, I think PTO. I didn't like the PTO stuff. I didn't like the. It was other things that I didn't like. I can't remember right now, but I know the PTO was one of them. You know. So after that, at this time I was in my sickness too. When I went to the second shift, I kept running to the bathroom, wiping myself, running to the bathroom, wiping myself, right? So, like I said, they keep writing me up, and people think I was getting favoritism all the time. It was like all the fucking time people keep thinking I was getting favoritism. I was like, I'm not giving favoritism. And then the one that's on second shift, she was the one that really didn't like me. So she'll go and tell on me for all types of stuff. I remember I had snatched they said I snatched the paper. Truly, I didn't snatch the paper from the boss because he was like the big boss. Because like I said, they was already writing me up before they even get to hear my side of the story. So after that, one day a patient came in that couldn't breathe. A CPR came in, and the room was up. We didn't finish the room because they needed the room right away. So we did whatever we can do to clean that room, and we had left it up. Well, I left it up. I didn't click done because it wasn't done. You know what I'm saying? So she went and told the big person, right? And I got wrote up for that. And then that's when they said they letting me go. But that's not what they wrote on the paper. They wrote on the paper, I forgot what they wrote on the paper, but they didn't wrote that I left the room up and stuff like that. They wrote on the paper something else. And I was like, what the fuck? I could sue y'all because, first of all, you didn't really tell the real reason why you fired me. You put something other than what you actually fired me for, to be honest. It was all because of people was jealous of me because they felt like I was getting favoritism, which I wasn't getting favoritism at all. The shit pissed me off. I said, I've been here for, it was, I worked there for 4 years. 4 years. And I met so many different people in 4 years, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I got into it with people. People lied to me about information and stuff. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, really? At this point, it was signs that it was ready to me to leave. But you want to know what's so crazy? Before I even got fired, I had a dream about that lady getting me fired. It was so fucking crazy. Like, literally crazy. I'm like, damn. I was like, what the fuck? I woke up and it really did happen. Like, this girl, like, this. I'm like, what the hell? It really happened. I fucking had a dream about it, and then it really happened. The same one that was in my dream. So when I got fired, oh wait. When I got fired, they put me to the office, and they said they was gonna let me go. And the same woman that got me fired was in the fucking room with me. I was wanted to punch her ass, but I had that dream. The dream saved her life for me punching her ass, for me going to jail too, because I was gonna punch her ass. I was hot. I was hot. And then they're gonna switch the reason why they fired me. No, that shit pissed me off. I should have sued their ass. But anyway, ta ta.